challenge is dealing with the assholes you're in the band with.
I knew that was coming up.
Yeah, now that we've reduced Cynergy to 3, touring is a smooth operator.
Smooth operator.
It's a very smooth machine now. Except when things break.
Yeah, exactly.
Brakes don't break when they break.
The exhaust is loud when it falls off.
Yeah. Water pumps are necessary.
Snapjacks can hold up a muffler.
Yes, they can.
The live show should always be more appealing anyway.
Look at that.
I'm looking at you two. You just can't see.
Oh.
And what's that? Because of all the shit being so easy to get,
Yeah, because there's
you
no
gotta
money
step
coming
up
from
the
music.
live show so people wanna go see it.
Yeah. We went from live, full band writing and recording to 2 people because we're just sick of dealing with people.
Man.
Well, but this is going to be your first time on a new CD. This is your first time collaborating and working and writing. But with those CDs till now, it progressed from 4 people writing to 2 people writing, and it works so much better.
Nice. We know what we want.
Yeah, this is the 2 that started the whole thing, that knew what we wanted,
Right.
that made it, that turned it into what it was. And the other people, we've had some really cool people in the band, we've had some not so cool people in the band, but either way, it was always us. They were always live.
It's hard to get
essentially.
everybody together to actually do some writing.
It's hard to get them on the same page, especially in a state saturated with cover bands and metal.
Yeah, that too.
Laura Radioactive, that was awesome. This week we decided to just keep going our own way for a while and go back to being independent, and then Praga and his crew, Bart, the A&R guy in Belgium, they approached us and asked us if we'd like to sign as the first band to Electroland Sonic Angel from America. And so after seeing what they were about and how the system worked, we decided that we really believed in it and agreed with the way it worked. I thought it could be a true change in this industry that's taking its gasp. Benefit-wise, can't tell you what the benefits have been yet because we haven't released the first CD yet. We're still working on that. And once that happens, we'll be able to better assess how it's benefited everything. But so far, we love it. Praga's a great guy, real good to deal with. And he really is passionate about what he's doing, and we really love that.
That's another good part about that record label is somebody from the music industry is helping to run it, so he knows what we're going through.
Fans seem to love the DVDs. The most recent one sold out the first weekend, so we were kind of happy about that. We weren't expecting it. But we make them to give a view into our life, to who we do. It's not a bunch of polished up, made to look really cool like our videos are. It was an actual view into days in the life about how glamorous it is living in a Chevy van, traveling across Utah in 120 degrees.
It's also a good medium for portraying because with CDs, with CDs you only get the audio, but with DVD you get the visual as well.
With the CD, all they get is my voice to turn them on. With the DVD, they get all of this. Hypersexual electro rock was kind of just a joke put up once because we were like, everyone gives their own genre name, and we were like, oh, we got sex songs, so we'll call it hypersexual electro rock. And we were a bunch of prepubescent perverts. And it kind of stayed. So, and that term took, people actually refer to us that way and ask us about it a lot. So we'll take it. Yep. Well, me personally, I'm inspired in life by things like that, by real life. I'm a dirty, dirty boy. No, I just like to be open about topics, and really, there's no angst left at this age. I'm not a sullen teenager anymore. I don't have heartbreak, but no, I had my time in the first 2 albums writing about depression and sadness and insanity and things that I had in my life and felt, but I really don't have those anymore. You know, with the exception of being too broke to do this for a living all the time the way we want to do it, life's pretty damn good. So I pick topics that mean something to me now.
It's supposed to be educating.
Yeah, it just means something to me, and hey, we get a sexy show and we get hot girls on stage. Well, there's 2 sides to it. There's humans need labels. That's just how the consumers are. Because this could be Cynergy 67, you could label it country and no one's going to listen to it that likes the style of music, because they're just going to assume it's horrible because it's country. So they need that label to at least associate it to a category that they feel comfortable and they don't like it. At the same time, with the ability now for bands to make up all their own genre titles all the time, while sometimes creative, like Matt Finale and Caustic, Jizzcore is brilliant. I love the title Jizzcore. We were a lot referred to, matter of fact, it was our former keyboardist Dave UV before he was in Cynergy, used to call us Cold Rave, which I thought was a pretty good description. But it's a way for people it's a way for bands to identify themselves the way they feel. It's a way for the fans to get an understanding of it, but at the same time, there's too much of it. But really,
It's like a slogan on a movie, basically.
yeah, everyone says, I don't live by labels, man, don't label me. No, you have to. It's just the way it is.
Helps identify what music they're listening to or growing to.
Sorry, kids, as long as MTV exists, you're always going to need those labels to know what you're supposed to like.
The labels are starting to become so obscure that they're multiple groups don't fit into one label anymore. It's just mostly just an individual description of a band.
Well,
Music's music.
Exactly.
Label
That's
themselves. Yeah.
One of the people actually asked me, what do you play? We just say music. Simple as that.
Free shit. Sponsors.
Yeah.
Jeez.
There's sponsors and there's sponsors. And what do I mean by that is there's real sponsors and there's fake sponsors. A lot of companies, there's been a lot of companies in the last years I've seen that just take on people just so they can say they're sponsored, and they take on hundreds of bands. And they start with the good intentions, but then it just becomes oversaturated, and all you're doing is getting a $10 discount and telling everyone you're endorsed by this company.
It seems like some of these companies are just looking for free advertisement.
Yeah.
They'll sign anybody.
We've had some great sponsors like Snapjacks, Switch Guitars, Korg. Oh my bod, our odd but fantastic endorsement. Those companies treat us really, really well. They pimp us as much as we pimp them. And it's just a matter of proving that you have a product that's going to get them some attention and make it worth their time to work with you and to give you that product to use.